Alright everyone, welcome to round 2. And yeah, we will keep that one. That's pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3, and scrying. No, let's run it out there. Okie dokie. Plus Aqueous Form on Warwing Siren, that's a thing. There's another black deck. Oh, sweet, we are curving out nicely. We're at 4 lands. I think we just put the Gray Merchant on top. And yeah, I think that's fine. Could also put the Aqueous Form on the Siren. I think playing the Siren first actually makes sense here. I mean, definitely could have some sort of asphyxiate or some deal, but so we'll attack with an Omen Speaker. Don't think there's anything flashing in this color combination. And yeah, I think I like Siren here. If Siren gets in there, we're going to be doing some dealing. This guy's pretty sick, actually. Siren, if it sticks around, is such a nightmare. Especially if there's no way to deal with it, with flying and stuff. If we have to, we'll Aqueous Form it, but yeah, that's unfortunate, but you know, fine, I guess. I think I'm just going to play the Warwing Siren and put an Aqueous Form right on it. It does make it a bigger target, but next turn I might want to play a Gray Merchant, so I want to use my mana here. That might be a terrible call. I mean, if he has a way to kill it, he's going to kill it, and we just 2-for-1 ourselves. But okie dokie. And we will just run out of Gray Merchant here. I guess this isn't Chromanticore deck because he got another forest. We are pretty much out of cards here, so something big. Thunderhoof. Yeah, that's big. I think maybe just making this guy unblockable and swinging for 4 is better. We don't really have a good block on this anyway. We could also just put another Aqueous Form on this and make it 3-4. That's not unreasonable either. I think you would get double scry anyway, I think. Yeah, you would get double scry. Diversifying is probably good though. I think I'm just going to put that Aqueous Form on the Gray Merchant and bash for 4. Yeah. That's why we're playing him. I know we don't want lands. Oh, Sip of Hemlock. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. So we can just hold our land. Next turn we play land, have Sip available, and we're dealing. It's a short clock. In fact, yeah, two turn clock. I think Sip is actually pretty much exactly what we want there, because now we can deal with anything that's scary. barring some sort of way of keeping it alive anyway. But we definitely got to keep in mind Drown and Sorrow for the next 1 to 2 games. I think that's where in the Font of Fertility picture, I think that's a golden hind back there in the water. Sometimes there's pretty sweet stuff in the art if you actually pay attention. That could just be a deer. Could be a golden hind also. I like to think it's a golden hind. I think the art on these cards is pretty awesome a lot of the time. I think it's pretty cool. Magic would be a lot more boring if they just was text. It just was like straight math without cool flavor, I think. So I like to see what's going on. I don't read all the flavored text, but sometimes. Let's take this here. We might try to Urzatron this guy, and then we have Sip of Hemlock, so... we'll see what happens. Something big, it looks like. A Nessian Asp. Yep, that guy's good. 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes both of my unblockables. Yeah, I think I just kill the Nessian Asp, and then both of my guys are lethal next turn. Yeah, that seems good. We don't want that one. Yeah, we do want that one. Okay, so it's going to take a lot to lose this game, I think. If he can make this guy deal 19 damage this turn, we are in trouble. Otherwise, we probably got this one. Maybe that's an unnecessary risk attacking here, but I don't think so at 19. It makes both our guys lethal. That guy's gonna be big. Yeah, there's a time defeat. Okay, so we're not lethal. We're not lethal, and his guy's going to deal some serious damage here. But we do have lethality next turn, and we definitely will be chump blocking with an Omen Speaker or Chorus of Tides. That's fine too. Basically, we just need action. This guy's deck seems pretty good. Raised by Wolves is pretty sweet. Probably doesn't matter what mana you leave open when you have 0 cards in your hand and nothing to do with your mana. I mean, here we'll just block here, clearly, if the opportunity arises, and then swing for, have double, well actually we'd only have one lethal creature, but... So we see Drown and Sorrow, Time Defeat. Those do make Aqueous Form a little worse. Well, Time Defeat does. Drown and Sorrow, we'll just try to play around a little bit. No way we're not blocking this guy with an Omen Speaker. 0% chance of that, unless, you know, my guy's dead or unable to block. And we will take that 4. If he has a way to deal the total 10, so be it. Yeah. But I don't blame him. I make that exact same attack, see what I do. And maybe, you know, some people might block with this guy afraid of, you know, taking 10 and then give him a lot of turns, but... okay, what do we see? Raised by Wolves, Drown and Sorrow. So this guy's got almost a straight green deck with maybe some removal in black. I guess picking one aspect of Hydra is probably good. Do we want to stymied hopes, and if so, over what? Let's see. Dreadbringer seems okay against him. I mean, it's worse because of Drown in Sorrow. Drown in Sorrow actually gets us pretty bad. Almost all our creatures that we need to win the game, like Chorus of Tides, are all 2 toughness, or less. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. I don't think Thassa's Devour is going to do a lot against him. We probably don't need to be running anything that aggressive to bring in a Bronze Sable. I think if anything it would be Stymied Hopes. And if so, what would I want to play that over? I think the Aqueous forms, they're a little dangerous, but we saw Time Defeat, and other than Drown in Sorrow, that was about it. It does make it a little tougher, because even Aqueous form on Bloodcrazed Hoplite makes it only a 3/2, so pretty much all our guys are weak against Drown in Sorrow, which is not great, but maybe because of that, Stymied Hopes is better than one Aqueous form. Yeah, I think that might be the case. Alright, that's what I'm going to run. Alright, this is a perfectly acceptable 7, I think. Yeah. Double Omen Speaker, thin out some draws. He's going to ramp it a little bit. We got Nullifies up for later. Go ahead and just toss out an Omen Speaker. You got it. We got 5 lands, so we're probably shipping any of those. Yeah, Course Tide seems good, sure. Here we got a choice between Nyxborn Triton as a 2/3 or holding Nyxborn Triton and trying to drop it on a Chorus of Tides on turn 5. He's got 4 mana up, so there's got to be something going on. What is it, is the question. Could be Drown in Sorrow, could be... I don't think there's anything... Boon Satyr, I guess, is flashy, but I don't know that that's going to be coming out. I think I'm just going to pass. Yeah, I think that's worth nullifying, sure. There's a target for Drown in Sorrow, but if he taps out at all, it's not going to be a target for Drown in Sorrow for long. We'll actually put the Eidolon on it, because either way it's a 5-power creature. Alright, well we're not going to do that since he didn't play anything. Feels like a Drown in Sorrow to me. Nightmarish End. Yeah, either way, that was what was going to happen, so... I did not walk into a 2-for-1, so yay us. Let's figure out what we want to draw here. Actually, I think both of those are fine. Could actually play both of those next turn even, but we're not drawing both of them. Maybe we don't care about the Akroan Horse here, actually. I think Freak is Chosen is fine. That's a big dude. Making our guys 3-4 doesn't seem amazing. Neither is making our guy 3-6. I think I'm just going to hold both of those guys. That could be wrong, but for now... I mean, I guess I could bestow it on it so that it didn't die to drown in sorrow. It's not terrible, I guess. That's a problem, I guess. Did not need to draw that. Is making this 3-4 worthwhile? I guess maybe it is. Things are not looking too amazing for Team Us at the moment. His deck looks pretty good, actually. We've got some nice removal. Raised by Wolves is pretty sweet. Some pretty beefy guys and some ramp. I don't know, I like that kind of deck. Nessian Asp, which is one of my favorite creatures in the set. One of my favorite cards. And the block is really what I mean. I guess he can have the life. We're not anywhere near killing him at the moment, so... If we wait around, I've got some beefy... I have a beefy flyer, and then I've got some not so beefy flyers, but that's a guy. I can totally make that guy 5-3. It's not amazing. I'm gonna hold the Eidolon, I think, where I can make one of these guys 3-4. Making one of those guys 3-4 doesn't seem amazing. Making this guy 5-3 isn't terrible. I'd rather put this on a flyer, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold it for now. Try to get it on a flyer. My assumption is Snake's going to start attacking, but I also could put it on this guy and make him 5-5. I guess that makes him block anything except for the Vulpine Goliath. I don't think we're going to win this one. Yeah. Let's see. Taking 8 doesn't seem great, but that's what we're going to do. that is exactly not, like, really one of the only things I don't want to draw. I guess I just beef up my hoplite and make it a 5/3. Then at least I can triple block. I mean, triple blocking's not great. I could put it on this guy and make him a 5/4. That doesn't seem as good for purposes of this, so yeah. I'd rather hold this until I could do something sweet with it, but I don't know when that's going to happen, so... I mean, if he's got some sort of like Mortal's Resolve or something, I'm just totally hosed. The good news is, at 8 power, he can only get 2 of my guys. It's not good. It's not looking good. I don't... Interesting. Like, it could be Aspect of Hydra. If that's Aspect of Hydra, though, I just can't do anything. I mean, I definitely can't take anyway, even if I try to chump block or something over here, Aspect of Hydra just completely destroys me. So, what do I want to play around the most? And the choices really are quadruple block or triple block. What could he have? Mortal's Resolve? Makes this guy 9/8. That would get 3 of our guys. That would be a pretty big blowout. Mortal's Resolve would be pretty terrible. By triple blocking, we deal 9 damage, so we'd have to have a... Yeah, I think it's throw the whole team in front and hope that there's no Mortal's Resolve or Aspect of Hydra. I don't have many options here at 12 with a trample guy. That's going to be giant, so... Eater of Hope would have done some pretty sweet work here by sacrificing guys and getting rid of his giant trampler. But there's got to be a trick. It's probably Mortal's Resolve. We're dealing 9. I think that's a pretty terrible card. I don't think that card's good. But, alright, that could have gone worse, I guess. The Flood is on. Alright. Kind of sucks when you play 2 Omen Speakers and you still get flooded this bad. But, yeah, here comes the team, as expected. I mean, I can't beat any tricks, so I got a chump block here. In fact, maybe I take 2, double block, chump block. I guess that's the same as chump block, trade. Yeah, I think that's really my only option, so... I can't win this game. I guess maybe I could have just taken that and went to 1. You're a little late to the party, bro. Just a note about names. Fifth element should be single, not plural. There's one fifth element, like there's a fourth element and a sixth element. Not fifth elements, plural. Anyways, no biggie, no biggie. It's definitely not the worst name I've seen. My name's pretty stupid, but it's been with me forever, so me and that name go way back. No attack would be, like, the bestest. The absolute best would be no attack. We definitely had to draw something like Eater of Hope there. I mean, if he has a way to get rid of that, or to deal push through 6 damage, there's absolutely nothing we can do. Kind of kept ourselves alive as best as we can, I think. I definitely don't expect to win this game, but it's looking a lot more possible, whereas before it looked pretty much impossible. Looking down a giant Vulpine Goliath and the Oathsworn. If he had another trick, he probably would have played it before the Solidarity of Heroes, because if you're going to double them, you'd want to double it more than none, right? He could have drawn a trick since then, but if he had a trick, it probably would have done it first. And if he had another trick, he would have done it to keep his guy alive, so yeah, that's what I like to see. Alright. And we are definitely up against it. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Can I please draw something other than land? I mean, he's drawn 8, I've drawn 10, so I guess... he's drawn 9 and I've drawn 10, so... here they come. Here they come. I mean, I'm going to take 5. The only question is whether to keep alive this guy. I guess if your options are keep alive Eater of Hope or keep alive Warwing Siren, you keep alive Eater of Hope. Any pump spell I lose. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Actually, if I sacrifice this creature, I just lose. So I have to keep... yeah, I have to keep the Warwing Siren alive and let the Eater of Hope die. If I sacrifice this guy, he's got a board of 3 creatures against my 1, and I can't draw 2 creatures, and I'm going to be at 1 anyway. So I can't draw... well, unless you draw Divination and 2 creatures, like, there's nothing I can do to really stay alive in that situation. So here I have to trade these off, hopefully, and let this guy live, and then if I draw a creature, I probably have another turn. Maybe. Yeah. Or not. I mean... alright, well... way to taunt me, Sip of Hemlock. Way to fucking taunt me. Yeah. So, obviously I can kill this guy. I'm at 1, so there's nothing I can do here. So we'll go to a game 3, I guess. Alright. Can I draw something other than land? No, I cannot. Alright. What would have been sweet there? Some sort of bounce spell would have been sweet, like a Griptide, Voyage's End, something like that. Sip of Hemlock would have been good, you know, at some point in the game. Alright, enough complaining. What do we want to do to try to win game 3? Thassa's Devour blocks lots of guys, I guess. Maybe that's better than the Dreadbringer land pads. And it seems like we're somehow the aggressive deck here. He's got so much removal and big guys and big stuff. I don't think I want the rebuff. Do I want to play a Coastline Chimera or Thassa's Devour? I don't think so. I think I just want to draw better. Crow and Horse would have been fine there, actually. Late game, other than the trampling and such. Yes, Thassa's Devourer blocks Raised by Wolves. No, I think I'm going to go with it the way it is. You can let me know if you think I should have sideboarded differently, but let's see how Game 3 goes. Okay, welcome to the exciting conclusion of Round 2. I'm going to keep that because Omen Speaker should help me get a swamp. I'm not super stoked about this. This guy's deck's pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think his deck's pretty good. That's all there is to say about that. Well, bottom seems like a pretty easy decision. Thinking of a card. Sounds like Swamp. I mean, no matter what happens, I think this was a pretty reasonable keep with an Omen Speaker and tons of low drops to hit a swamp. Well, we're drawing particularly terribly in games 2 and 3 so far. So I don't know that there's a whole lot I can do about that. I might have mulliganed my hand. In fact, I almost certainly would have mulliganed the hand if it wasn't for Omen Speaker. But being that Scry 2, I should hit a swamp. It may be too late by the time I hit the swamp. Hey, there's one. I can make my Omen Speaker 3/4. Or I could wait a turn and make this guy 5/3. I can only do one thing, because all my cards are black. And I cannot do Sip of Hemlock, not that I would anyway. So what do I want to do? Freeka's Chosen doesn't seem like the best option. I think it's either play a Bloodcrazed Hoplite or Nyxborn Eidolon on this guy and make it a 3/4. That doesn't seem that amazing, though. I mean, I can attack through this guy as a 3/4, I guess, but then I can't do anything. If I play the Bloodcrazed Hoplite, I can make it a 5/3. Which still just trades with this guy, which means I think I want my Omen Speaker to be a 3/4. It's not great. And I can't attack. Which means if he attacks with an Idealist Disciple, I'm saying I'm going to block. I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling super great about this. I do like the non-attack with the Disciple. I think I'll just let him have the 4 life. We're not racing super effectively. Okay. Now I wish I would have given him a 7/7, but what are you gonna do? What I'm gonna do is play a Freaka's Chosen and a Bloodcrazed Hoplite, I think, and then I just get absolutely blown out by Drown in Sorrow. Seems bad, but I don't know that I have any other really amazing options, so I don't think I can play around Drown in Sorrow here, so I definitely will have Sorrow if Drown in Sorrow comes down right now. Well, we're taking 2. That's not the worst. I can Sip of Hemlock that guy if necessary. Oh, he's green-black heroic. Interesting. That seems like a reasonable draw. I don't really want to lose to this guy. Let's get the Omen Speaker out there. Alright. Yeah. Drown in Sorrow just absolutely destroys us. So if that happens, it's pretty sad. But he would lose at least 2 of his guys, probably. We have to trade with the Blood Toll Harpy here. I mean, we could also not trade and Sip of Hemlock it. That's a reasonable option too, and just hope to win in the air. It's a 7-turn clock with Sip of Hemlock. Drown in Sorrow kinda gets him too, not as bad as us. These have been pretty interesting games though, so hopefully you're enjoying watching them. I think just in the long game, we're just drawing too many little guys. Yeah, I just have to block with the Chorus of Tides, I think. I've got another Chorus of Tides, and I've got some other good flyers, so I think I just have to block here. Alright, okay, so we can make this guy a 3/4 Death Touch. Make this guy a 5/5. That doesn't seem terrible. Make him a 5/5. I mean, the problem is we can't attack with any of these things, which is a problem. If he does have Drown in Sorrow, things are going to go bad. We could also make this guy a 5/7. It is putting all the eggs in a Omen Speaker basket, which isn't great. 5/7 Omen Speaker. Could also use Vortex Elemental and ship something to his hand, or to his deck. Doesn't seem as good as playing this. 5/5 seems pretty okay. I mean, he just double blocks. I get rid of one of his guys. That's not great. It does leave behind a 2/3. I'm not sure what to do. He's either got 2 lands in hand or he's got something he wants to play. Because otherwise, why would you hold open 8 mana? Because of that, I'm going to pass. I may be wrong. I mean, he may be trying to set up something where he plays something on his guy, then Drowns in Sorrow so that he doesn't lose all his guys. We've got 5 minutes and 44 seconds to figure it out, I guess. He also may be holding lands because of the -X equal to lands you have card. Yeah, you might just have tons of lands. I know what that feels like. If I make this guy a 5/5, he just double blocks here. I could use the Vortex Elemental attack and ship his 4/4, and then my 5/5 looks a lot better. I think waiting actually just might be better though. We've got flyers, we've got an aqueous form. Hey, maybe I should just bestow this guy to make him a 5/5. If he's got a Drown in Sorrow, I guess he's got a Drown in Sorrow. Jeez, he's got some beefy guys. Oh, he's got lots of guys to target for heroic. I haven't seen a whole lot of actually heroic cards in his deck. I guess if I try to bestow on here, and he does have Drown in Sorrow, I don't really 2-for-1 myself so much. Could play Dreadbringer and get in for 3. Another creature that dies to Drown in Sorrow, as I discussed earlier. I think I don't know what I want to do. No, I'm gonna go ahead and bestow it on this guy. If Drown in Sorrow's coming, it's coming. He has no +1/+1 counters. Okay, well, we got a bigger guy. Here they come. Interesting. This must be the double the counters, so it goes to 5/5, and this one would go to something else and make this guy smaller. Make him 4/3, I think. I think that's fine. Now Drown in Sorrow? Alright. I guess if I don't block there, I don't get Drown in Sorrow. But that's okay. Double Drown in Sorrow? No, that would wipe his board. Bioblight. Alright, this guy's got a lot of removal, that's for sure. gonna play Quickerly. I'm at 2 minutes. I'm gonna play a Quickerly. Yeah, I'm actually not attacking. Looks like Nullify. Be afraid, be very afraid. I think I'm going to offer the block there, and like I said, I'm about out of time, so I can't really mess around too much. Alright, well, we are going all in. Come on, fuckers. I think I've played this game okay. Don't flood me out now. Give me a fucking chance, please. Alright, he's flooded too, but clearly he drew something. Better than a 2-1, probably. Slightly better than a 2-1. I fucking hate Magic sometimes. So I'm just gonna lose to Hero's Bane. Okay, that seems fair. I don't think I have any outs to this card. It's definitely not Return Phalanx. Yeah, so I just can't win. That's pretty frustrating, actually. This guy's deck's good. I mean, it's got Bioblight, Hero's Bane. Kind of a lot of heroic for not a lot of triggers for it, like a lot of just bad green creatures. But I think we drew pretty poorly these last 2 games. Well, that's pretty frustrating. A Crow and Horse would have been pretty sweet, actually. Yeah, that's some bad drawing. Well, thanks for watching. I'm not really sure what could have done differently, I guess. We could have jumped out of green in pack 1 a little sooner, had a couple better cards like a Hubris and another Warwing Siren. I think deck would have been a lot stronger with 2 Warwing Sirens and a Hubris. I think the deck was not that amazing. Definitely didn't feel overpowered. I think it was probably a little subpar, actually. I wouldn't rate this deck super highly. But we made a game out of it. It's just too much. Drown in Sorrows, Bioblights, a lot of good removal in this deck, and we just flooded out so bad. Like, this deck can't flood out that bad. I guess if we would have lasted another 3 turns, we would have started hitting some stuff. With the Aqueous Forms and the Omen Speakers. In this game, we didn't draw a Swamp until, I think, turn 5, even with an Omen Speaker. So, you know, them's the breaks. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I won't get busted in round 2, game 3, every single draft. I think this is a... Well, I don't want to spoiler you, but it's pretty easy to tell anyways. 3rd in a row, I think. So, anyway, thanks for watching.